What up YouTube, I'm back. So Sword Art Online Alicization War of Underworld, we've been waiting for that for a long time, for months, and it's finally here. Obviously I watched the first 24 episodes a week ago just to refresh my mind, and now War of Underworld is finally here, and it was a great episode in my opinion, man. It was a great first episode. I really liked it. And yeah, man, they showed us, the aftermath of what happened, after Kirito beat the Pontifex Quinella and all of this. So let's get right to it. So that's where Alice and Kirito lives, and I don't know if Alice was the one that constructed this house, but it looks pretty cool, man. There's even, a tree for her dragon, so that's kind of cool. But the reason why she lives there and not in Rulid village where she was born, where Yujiro was born, is because they didn't really accept her, because she's quote unquote a criminal, and it's her own father who is the the leader of the village that didn't accept her, and that's kind of sad because she doesn't really remember anything from her past yet. I don't know how she will remember her past, but hopefully she will one day. But yeah, she doesn't remember anything from her past. So seeing her father for the first time and seeing him like this is kind of crazy sad, so yeah, that's the reason why they don't live in the village and they live alone, near the village but not in the village. The last time that we saw Kirito before this episode was when he defeated the Pontifex Quinella, and after that he was talking to, I think, Mr. Kikoa. He's the one that put Kirito in Project Alicization because he needed a special treatment for his brain because he stopped breathing and there wasn't any oxygen in his brain for like 5 minutes, so he needed a special treatment, and that special treatment was Project Alicization. But basically he was talking to Mr. Kikoa after defeating Quinella, and we saw it. Kikoa was being attacked at his base where Azuna was too, so they were being attacked by mercenaries, I think, because they want this special technology that can create artificial intelligence, so they were attacked by that group. And what happened was they kind of fried Kirito's flux light, and that's why he's looking like that in that shot and throughout this first episode of War of Underworld. So basically they fried his flux lights, and his flux light is basically his soul, his brain, so that's why he's not responsive like that. He's not in a coma, but he's like in a semi-coma, so that's really sad. We'll have to see how Kirito will come back from this, because he was in Project Alicization for recovery, to have a special treatment so that he could be okay after he got out of it. But now he's even in a worse condition, so that's going to be interesting to see. We saw Selka, Alice's little sister, in this week's episode. She's one of the only villagers that visits Alice, actually, because obviously she loves her older sister Alice. And yeah, man, it was pretty cool to see her. She looks pretty happy to see her sister again, and she's kind of a little bit mad that these other villagers are kind of taking Alice for granted, because they're always they're always asking for help from Alice because she's pretty strong. She can cut trees pretty easily. So yeah, man, she's kind of mad about that. But yeah, it was kind of cool to see Selka again. Alice is basically being paid for helping the villagers, but I'm kind of mad about that because she's from Rulid village and she's not even accepted in her own village, because quote unquote she's a criminal. So yeah, it makes me kind of mad too, man. She doesn't deserve that after they were able to defeat the Pontifex. Like Alice said in the episode, what did they deserve to feel this pain after they helped the human empire by killing the Pontifex, so that made me reflect a little bit. But after that, later in the episode, we saw one of the first Integrity Knight that Kirito and Yujiro fought in the last season, and his name is Eldri or something like that, and he visited Alice actually, and the reason why he was able to find her was by sheer it was coincidence, and we learned that he's actually Alice's disciple, which is kind of cool. But yeah, he talked to Alice. He asked her to help the Integrity Knight and the Human Empire because the Dark Territory and the Dark Forces are arriving. The only reason that they did not attack the Human Empire was because of the Pontifex, and now that there's no Pontifex, they're starting to attack, so that was kind of interesting. And the reason why Alice doesn't want to go help is because she wants to help Kirito, because I don't know, it seems like maybe she's in love with Kirito or something like that, but she really likes Kirito, and she wants to help him. But yeah, she declined his offer, so she stayed with Kirito, and that's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen with Alice. What is she gonna choose? Is she gonna choose to go help, or is she gonna choose to stay with Kirito? So that's gonna be interesting to see. But yeah, man, the Dark Forces are arriving in the Human Empire. That's gonna be pretty cool to see. It's gonna be a war, like it says in the title, War of Underworld. It's gonna be amazing, and I can't wait for that. Something that most of the people in the Axiom Church right now are saying is that there's a traitor, and that traitor is Kirito. He's the one that killed the Pontifex, and they treat him like a traitor. They don't know that by doing this, they actually saved the Human Empire by not being transformed into weapons. So they don't really know who Kirito is. Even Eldri, even though he knows, he wants to kill Kirito because he thinks that it makes Alice a little bit, because of Kirito right now, Alice is not really being herself, I guess. She's not really being the Integrity Knight that he was, that LG knows. So he wants to kill Kirito, so it's not really safe to Kirito to be outside, to be with in the Human Empire, because they're gonna see him and they're basically gonna try to kill him, I guess. So that's also gonna be interesting. I really want to know how Kirito will come back, because obviously he's the main character, but right now Alice is the main character of the story. She's the artificial intelligence that Kikua wants, and she's the main character right now, since Kirito can't really talk or have emotion or anything like that. Something that we all saw in this week's episode is that Kirito always wants to be near his swords, Yudra's sword and his own sword. He doesn't want to leave without it. He doesn't want to give it to anybody but Alice, so that's kind of interesting. Maybe, it's because he's thinking of Yu-Gi-Oh or something like that, but he has some responsive manners in him still, but it's not as much as we used to see him. So yeah, man, it was a great episode. I really liked it. Something happened at the end of the episode. It seems like the Dark Forces are already attacking the Human Empire, and it seems like they attacked the Ruled Village, so that's going to be interesting to see how this goes with Alice, how she will attack the Dark Forces and protect her village. But she also said something interesting. She said that she can't wield her sword anymore. So I'm wondering if it's every sword or only her sword, so that's also going to be interesting. But I really like this week's episode. It was really, really good. It was a good setup episode for the next for the season, but yeah, man, let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below, and let me know what you think is going to happen next. I do Sword Art Online reviews every Saturday, so subscribe for that. But I also do other anime related things like Black Clover reviews on Tuesdays, Dr. Stone reviews on Fridays, and like I said, Sword Art Online, Boku no Hero Academia Season 4 and One Piece reviews on Saturdays, and then on Sundays I do Boruto Naruto Next Generation reviews for this next arc that is celebrating Naruto's 20th anniversary. I'm gonna review this anime till March. By the way, I really like this new opening for this season, for the first half of the season. It didn't disappoint at all. I really like the song, and the visuals as always were great, man. And just another thing that I want to say is that the animation and art per usual for this Alicization art has been amazing. You know, it's beautiful. I really liked it. But yeah, man, follow me at Anime Specialist on Twitter and Instagram, and like, comment, subscribe. It would help my channel a lot, man. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace.